If they're hiding, then how are they getting arrested at immigration court?
My Constitution, my Bill of Rights doesn't apply to anybody outside this country.
Yes, but it applies to everyone inside this country. It's illegal.
The second you crossed my border, you became an illegal immigrant.
Putting a deck on your house, illegal.
The second you crossed my border, now it's his border, dude.
You deserve a fuck education or something.
We're in Washington, D.C. at Trump's Mussolini fascist birthday party.
Oh my God, they went to the birthday party. Oh shit, bro.
We realized that some people don't know what due process means. Democrats talk about it a lot.
They're like, people need due process. But what is that? No, what is it? Do you fucking know?
Yeah, do you know what due process means? So we're gonna go around and ask people what due process means to them.
It's illegal. The second you crossed my border, you became an illegal immigrant.
Dude, what a fucking dink, bro. Dude. When you see these MAGA shitheads talking about due process, it pains me because they're fucking dumb, right? Because they never stop. They never stop for a minute to think, well, how is this due process shit gonna affect me, right? They're like, oh yeah, just fucking grab them and get rid of them. We don't need a trial. And it's like, oh really? So like, if somebody comes up and says you did something, they can just drag you out of your house, ship you off to prison. Sayonara, baby. Yeah, does that sound good? It's like, no, I don't think it does. I think due process is like the entire thing. It is like the fundamental part of our fucking process. When I get a speeding ticket, there's a promise to appear. And what is a speeding ticket? It's a civil violation. That means that it is money. You pay money. There's no jail time. It's not a felony or a misdemeanor. It's a civil violation. Well, you know what, MAGA shitheads? Undocumented is a civil violation, guys. That's what they don't seem to get. Being undocumented is not a criminal violation. It is a civil fucking violation. Civil infraction. You know what the difference is? There's no fucking juries. In a criminal trial, in everything criminal, there's a jury. You go in front of a jury. They have to impanel a jury. They have to get a grand jury indictment. In a civil infraction, you go in front of a judge and you have your day in court, but there's no jury. Being undocumented is not a criminal offense. These people are not criminals. They have gotten a speeding ticket. They have gotten a ticket for not registering their car. They've gotten a ticket for not registering their citizenship. That's it. And these people act like, oh shit, they're like Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy and Mike Gardner are the same. And it's like, no, you dumb fuck. Like, you and a goddamn moron are the same, is really what's happening. All right? Dude, they're so dumb. The problem of MAGA and right-wing movements is they never take the time to look at the results of their actions. This is why there's horrible policymakers, because they make a policy that's like, yeah, it's really good right now, but they never take the time to parse the data and look at the long-term effects. They never do. I've never seen them do it. They're always the worst policymakers because their policymakers are like good now, horrible later. Always. Because they're short-sighted. Dude, that guy, my constitution doesn't affect anybody outside this country. He's like, yo, dumbass, yo, hillbilly, come on over here, Billy. You fucking hillbilly. Your constitution applies to everybody whose feet are on the fucking soil of America.
But you're saying the same thing we're saying, which is everyone deserves a trial.
Not in the same sense. If you're a citizen, you have different rights than if you're not a citizen.
But you can't prove that you're a citizen if you don't have due process. I could be arrested.
That's not true.
No. I arrest you. Right. But if you don't have it on you, then you don't get to get it. I arrest you. I throw you to an ICE facility in Louisiana. No. I'm focusing on the issue that I think we can agree on, which is if they're not a citizen and they broke the law, kick them out. That's fine.
Illegally, they broke the law. That's what the term illegal immigrant means.
Yeah.
You understand illegal?
Oh, no.
What does it mean to you? Well, but what if I cross?
Dude, this guy, though, he doesn't understand the term illegal. You know what term I do understand, sir? I understand the term teeth, bro. Dude, choppers. What does that term mean to you? Is that like gumming your hot dog? Is that a phrase you fucking relate to, you fucking hillbilly motherfucker? Dude, I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to be respectful, but I'm not. I'm going to be disrespectful right now and be like, homie, I'm going to kick you back to the outhouse in about 2 fucking seconds, bro. I'm going to give you a fucking rag to fucking gum on, bro. Dude, oh shit.
The border and I go to immigration, I'm like, hey, the cartel's going to kill
border
me.
illegally. It doesn't fucking
If I go to immigration,
no, there's
on the
immigration
border
on your side. Go there.
What if I do that
Then you
and I claim asylum?
the right process. Then come here.
We're deporting those people.
No, you're not.
Yes, we
There is
are.
not anybody with a social security card that got deported. If you don't have a social security card, bye-bye.
No, but do you have asylum status?
Dude, what a fucking clown, dude. They are deporting people with social security cards. And in fact, part of Trump's fucking push, part of Trump's process is he wants to take people that are fully legal and he wants to retroactively take the systems they used to be legal and say, nope, those systems don't qualify anymore, right? It's kind of like you go and buy a car and you're paying to Toyota for your car, right? And you've been paying it off for 2 years, 5 years. And then in the 5th year, a Toyota representative comes over and says, you know what? Sorry, this ain't your car anymore, right? Sorry, this is our car and not your car. And we're taking it back, all right? And you're like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like they're doing some shady shit.
If you go through the legal channels,
People
people,
come here through the legal channels.
if they're hiding, then how are they getting arrested at immigration court?
They're getting
Go away, because you're being ignorant right now.
We're with our family. Go ask somebody else.
If you're illegal, understand. Apparently, you think you're a lawyer. So determine
No,
me
I
what
just
the
think
word
that I should-
illegal means. Determine me what illegal means. Because illegal migrant, right in the title, illegal.
See, dude, this is the thing, right? Like with a guy like this, you're never going to change this guy's mind. Like this guy just needs a boot in his fucking ass, bro. Like, dude, we should deport these fucking people. Because this guy doesn't even know what it means to be American. He needs a re-education camp. You like that? Yeah, you're being ignorant. Dude, his wife is about ready to fucking illegal. Dude, it's like your lack of intelligence is illegal. 9-iron. Oh, shit, we're breaking it out. Oh! Dude, a handful of teeth just go flying. Oh, shit.
Crossing the street outside of a crossword. It's illegal.
The second you crossed my border, you became an illegal immigrant.
Putting a deck on your house, illegal.
The second you crossed my border, now it's his border, dude. Oh my God. Dude, is this his wife though? Why is this chick with him though? She looks like she's got all her teeth, bro. What the fuck is going on here, dude? Homie, like, right?
Murdering someone illegal. There's a spectrum.
Again, my Constitution, my Bill of Rights doesn't apply to anybody outside this country.
Yes, but it applies to everyone inside this country.
Not legally, it applies.
It applies to everyone in this country. That's why we're the freest country on earth.
That's the problem with this. Exactly. Get them the f out, then we can deal with ours.
I don't want you to get disappeared by the government. My uncle, hardcore conservative, does not trust the government. Why do you trust the government?
I don't trust the fucking government.
Say, why not protect your freedom?
It's my government, not yours.
Oh, it's my government, not yours.
Get the f out of here.
It's your
We
government,
need you on our
not
sides,
ours.
guys.
Apparently not.
You want to send the military to Los Angeles? Get ready for them to go to your town. It's the government.
I'll feed them dinner. Bring them in.
Come on.
Once you give the government an ounce, they'll take you up.
Dude, he's like, I'll bring them in, I'll feed them dinner. As long as they're white. If those soldiers were black, he wouldn't be feeding them dinner. He'd be like, oh shit, goddamn, hell, shit. Anybody seen my teeth? Where are my teeth, baby?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Don't tread on me. Who's the me? It's us, the people.
Very dishonest.
It's the people.
I want these f***ing assholes out of my country. Get the f*** out.
Because they took your job. I'm sorry for that.
I got a great job. I make great f***ing money.
That's great.
Take my f***ing job.
So they're not hurting you in any way. So they've done nothing to you.
Dude, that guy, though, is like That guy's whole day is ruined, bro. Jesus, dude. Dude, you see what he said, though? Like, get the fuck out of my country. Right? Remember how I talked about this the other day about the arrogance, guys? Like, there's an arrogance with MAGA people where this is like their country, their rules. You know what I mean? Dude, yeah, that guy is crashing out hard. Now, I feel bad because I know a lot of guys like that, having grown up in small town Wisconsin. Those guys end up on a first name basis with like the sheriff of their town because they're getting picked up drunk doing shit. My dad was a little bit like that, but he was not as fucking scary looking. My dad was personable, but my dad had an instance when I was in like 3rd grade where he got really drunk and he got in a fight and he took a hatchet and went out into the snow vowing not to be taken alive. And the cops found him and surrounded him, and it took them like 2 hours to wrestle him into fucking jail. And then there was a big newspaper article about it. The town of 3,000 people, right? It was like, oh, bro. And dude, yeah, Trump doesn't like those people at all, dude. Trump is just using them for a fucking cash register, you know? And dude, yeah, dude, everyone's like fucking laughing because homie's having a meltdown, bro. But it's the arrogance, right? It's that arrogance. My country, my border, mine. This is mine. And it's like, dude, this ain't yours. You know, sorry, hillbilly, fucking redneck. This shit ain't yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ours. Okay? It's ours. It's not yours. None of this is yours. Even the house you own ain't yours. You're still paying property tax. You don't own that. The city could take that shit. Bro, like, what do you think, bro?
So why are you hating them? I just think that you deserve rights.
No, you deserve a education or something. You stupid fucking ignorant fuck like that.
People shouldn't be sent to jail without a trial is important.
Here's the deal. The deal is I want all of them to be educated, own property, have enough money to survive, to have to work as little as possible, to have a great life, have health care, and be taken care of, right? But what they want is they want a country that has a crazy, powerful police force that gets all the undesirables out. Undesirables. But that includes criminals, pride flags, gay people, trans people, Muslims, people of the wrong color, or people of color that don't capitulate to whatever idea they have about integration, right? They want a powerful police force that protects the country for them and removes and clamps down on all of the undesirables, right? To protect their freedom and get all the undesirables out of their view. And like, dude, I find them undesirable as shit. I think that a lot of them are fucking ugly and dumpy looking. But like, that's fine. I don't have to like the way they look. I don't have to agree with the way they live their life. I just won't go into their spaces. I won't go to NASCAR. I won't go to a fucking tractor pull, right? I won't go to a fucking shitty little dude. I'll never have to fucking interact with them if I don't want to. But I don't need the cops to round them up just because I think they're uneducated and harmful and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just really interesting though, because I believe it stems to that idea of ownership, that I believe right-wing people believe that they own this country, and left-wing people believe that this country is something you can't own, that we create it and we live it and we are it. And I think that ownership, right, is why this battle centered 200 years ago when the parties were different. It's still centered around ownership with slavery, or the ownership of who had the rights, the state versus the government. But I believe that is the primary function that cracks us, is right-wing people believe they own the country, and left-wing people believe the country is not something anyone can own. We share. We build it together. It's a work in progress that we're constantly creating with people that come in, okay? It's a big, big difference. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.